Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I decided to do a first impressions slash try on of the new CoverFX Power Play foundation. I have been waiting for this to launch for the longest time, and I finally just decided to purchase it while I was at Sephora yesterday in King of Prussia. I'm super excited to try this on for you guys and try different methods of application with the foundation. So as of right now, I don't have any product on my face besides brows and eyelashes and a little bit of mascara, but other than that, it's a bare face. Freckles and all. I personally never tried a CoverFX foundation on myself, but when I used to work at Sephora, CoverFX was a great brand for complexion for a lot of clients. I love their natural finish foundation, and then when I used to cover up tattoos for clients, I would always go for the cream foundation. It does wonders. So this is the packaging for the CoverFX Power Play foundation. It's not a glass tube, it's more of like a squeeze type, and I'll take off the lid for you guys so you guys can see the applicator. CoverFX Power Play foundation is 1.18 fluid ounce, which is a little bit more than the normal foundation. Most foundations start at the 1 fluid ounce. It's a little bit more, it's not too big of a difference. It looks really small, but I'm guessing it holds a lot. So I personally was stuck between neutral and golden undertones, so I went with the golden undertones. I went with G60. I just know how I tan, how my skin is, and I do have yellow undertones, but sometimes the neutral ones do work best for me. But when I was swatching the neutral, it was just a little bit too neutral for me. So I believe there are 40 shades in the whole range, starting from more of your pink undertones to more your neutral and then to more of your golden. This foundation retails for $44 US, is on the higher price point spectrum. But if you think about it, for me personally, I view your average foundations to be around $35 to like $40. So it is a few dollars more. So I'm just going to quickly read the description of the foundation on the box for you guys. The foundation is a long wear liquid foundation with high impact pigments that provide buildable to medium to full coverage, which is nice. That's something that I personally like. A breathable and weightless finish. Ultra fine powders control shine and help visibly blur imperfections all day without dulling or drying complexion. Clinically tested, paraben, fragrance, gluten, mineral oil, and talc free, and it's vegan. Other than that, if you guys want to look at the ingredients specifically, I'll leave a link in the description box below just so you guys can take a look at that. So for half of the face, I'm going to do a side with primer, and then the other half I'm going to do without. Sometimes certain foundations work best with primer, and then other times some foundations don't. When I was reading the label on the box, it does say in the description that the foundation should blur out imperfections. But on one side of the face, I am going to go in with the CoverFX blurring primer. I've used this a couple times and I do like it. So we're just going to do this on my left side of the face, and then on the right side I'm going to do no primer and maybe just do a different application process with that. And you can use any primer that you like. I thought I would pair the two together. Don't feel like you have to be brand specific with products. I'm going to go in with the liquid foundation brush from CoverFX, which is this flat kabuki brush. Since the foundation is highly pigmented, I would assume that they want you to shake it because the pigment might rest at the bottom of the bottle. I could be completely wrong, but a lot of foundations tend to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and squeeze a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to go in and start off with about like a pea size. It's kind of hard to tell whether or not it's like a pump size compared to like a lot of foundations that have the pump applicator. So I would say with this foundation, start with a little and then gradually add, so you're not over squeezing out too much foundation and then wasting product. I'm going to go in with a little bit more product. What I'm actually going to do is take my finger and apply the foundation to the face rather than taking the brush to the back of the hand. I'm not saying it's absorbing product, but maybe this can help build more coverage. I want to see how much coverage this foundation can give by pressing the foundation to the skin. Keep in mind, when you do buffing motions or you're kind of wiping, you're shearing away the product, which isn't a bad thing at times, especially with full coverage foundations. You want to make sure it's nice and even. So thinking about the foundation right now with the brush, my first impressions is it definitely is a matte finish, as they claim. I think I mentioned that, but I'll go back over it towards the end. There's really no dewiness to it. I'm not so sure if I'm liking the brush as the applicator. It is really smoothing it out. So it did cover majority of my freckles. You can see my freckles on the side that doesn't have foundation. Then here, I didn't do my nose so much, but on the cheek area, you can see that you know, the foundation covers a good amount. I did about 2 pea size drops for just one side of the face. Curious to like how many drops they say you can use. I gotta do a little bit more research on that. For my right side of the face, I'm not gonna put any primer on. I want to see if the foundation itself does as what it says it does by blurring out the skin, and I wonder if it will keep that matte finish as well. So we're gonna go in with that. So just taking my Real Technique sponge, I'm gonna go in and blend that out. And it did say you could use a sponge, your fingers, or a brush. I'm not getting as much coverage the brush side with the sponge. Alright, so personally, I'm not liking the sponge applicator side. I feel like as far as coverage, it's not giving me that coverage that it claims to give you when applying it. So I do like the brush side, but what I am going to do is I'm actually going to use my finger to buff it in over top of the sponge just to see how that works, because they do mention on the box that you can use your fingers to do that. Alright, so off camera, I did wash my hands. So if you are going to use your hands to apply makeup in any way, shape, or form, make sure you wash your hands. Germs and bacteria, we don't want it on the face, although it happens, but just try to avoid it in every way. And I never apply foundation with fingers. The only one that I know who can do it like a pro is Sandra Deluxe, my girl. So by adding that extra drop did create more coverage. I will say though, with your fingers or using your hands, since it kind of dries down to more like that matte finish, it sets. Like, I don't want to say it's sticky, but like it's hard to move product. It's not like a cream dewy finish type of foundation. So after trying the brush, the sponge, and my finger, I'm just gonna go back in with the brush the rest of the face. Alright, so the rest of the face is applied with all of the foundation. I do want to say, if you do have dry skin, this probably won't be the most ideal product for you, but don't feel discouraged. You can always add in beauty oil, mix it into the foundation, make your skin just a little bit better so you don't have to worry about any texture on the skin. If you are a little bit more oily or have combination skin like myself where I get oily in my T-zone, I will say this foundation is a matte finish. There is no dewiness to this foundation. Now I did take the brush and go over the rest of the face. I wasn't a fan of a sponge with this product. I feel like since it is a matte finish, the product does set pretty quickly, and I don't know, I'm not finding a good balance with it. I'll still keep experimenting with the sponge, but I prefer to use a kabuki brush of some sort. You can definitely use a flat brush. I've noticed with the texture of the foundation, even on the back of my hand, feeling like my face, it's not wet at all. My skin was well prepped on my end, but I still have a fresh face look. I am going to go in and finish off the rest of the face to see how everything works on top of the foundation. So I'm just going to go in with my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion 3N concealer. One of my favorite concealers at the moment. I'm just going to be going in with my perfect setting powder from CoverFX. And with this, I literally just went back in with that foundation brush. I'm not baking, I'm just pressing powder under the eyes where I set the concealer. Going in with my powder bronzer and saddle from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then for blush, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Afterglow palette. It's a highlighter and blush palette in one. Go in with Kiss Off, which is right here. I feel like I always forget to contour my nose. I don't know why. And next I'm just going to go in with my NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in Creme Brulee. Alright you guys, so there you have today's final look. I just want to quickly show you guys a quick glimpse at what the face looks like with the new foundation. I did use a couple new products in this video, but more so focus on the Power Play foundation from CoverFX. Let me just quickly go over a couple of things that I didn't mention in the beginning of the video when I was trying to explain the foundation. They consider the foundation a modern matte blurring foundation that I mentioned in the beginning. Sweat proof, all day wear, long-lasting shine control, environmental protection, and they claim it's a finish that will not oxidize. Looking at product on top of the foundation, I will say I am going to keep the foundation. There's not going to be any returns going on. I am liking the matte finish, but it still gives me a fresh face look. I am combination oily in the T-zone, but if you are a little bit more dry, you can try it out. $44. The price is getting me, and I don't know why the price is just a little bit up there. I'm all about spending my money wisely, and I do feel like I did spend my money pretty wisely with this purchase, so this is a big thumbs up for me. I personally would still use a primer. I am going to still experiment with how much product to use. Now, I did 2 pea size drops for both sides of the face. My final thoughts on everything: it's a very clean product. It's not messy. Build the coverage with the foundation. Start with a little bit and then you can gradually go in with more of the foundation to build that coverage that you want. I'm going to quickly see how this foundation photographs. And there is no flashback. I don't look washed out. I didn't bronze as much as I normally do or pack on the blush. I really just wanted to keep it face and skin focused. Yeah, that is no filter, no edit on that, no shininess. Because sometimes when I post pictures, I'm so shiny and I'm like, oh my God, like, sorry guys. But no, seriously, I'm very happy with how it photographs. And just so you guys know, this video is not sponsored. This is my personal opinion. And I love doing first impression / try on videos for you guys, so you guys can actually see it up close before you go out and purchase. But yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Amber. I hope you guys truly enjoyed watching my video today. Give this video a big thumbs up and make sure the post notifications bell is on. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.